What's up, human? I think we might have a problem that people are over-reliant on AI and we are losing the ability to do. That's the end of the sentence. Humans have a really cool thing that we do a bunch of different stuff. We go to the toilet. We can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can breathe. Unfortunately, there are some individuals out there that as soon as there's an AI that could do this for them, they would press the button to immediately let them be replaced. It feels like they don't even want to be a human anymore. They don't want to have to work for anything. They don't want to do anything, but they want to have the success of doing something. And we as a society are getting more lazy. I know, that's a crazy concept, and I'm pretty sure nobody ever talked about this, and I might actually be the first human in the world to come up with the thought that AI might not have a very good influence on our brain. And I want to start this off with a little bit of an anecdote, a little story of myself. I'm going to open up to the public with this one because I noticed a while back, I think 8 or 9 months ago, I started using AI in my videos. Not in a sense of, somebody is talking in my videos, somebody replaced Jay the Frog. No, that's still me. I still write the script, I still voice record, but I did kind of look for sources with AI. And at that time, I was having a great time with it. It increased my work speed incredibly fast. It actually helped me significantly to find sources. But at a certain point, I was like, why do I even read the sources? Like, why do I go to the news article that they're linking me? Why don't I just read the summary and then hope that AI might not be lying to me? And I kind of legitimately did the exact thing that I said at the start of the video. I became lazy. I had the opportunity to become lazier, or I was presented with the opportunity to become lazier, and I immediately took it. I was like a little goober smooth brain that immediately thought, this shit's gonna make my job easier. And yeah, it probably did. But what it also did is it significantly lowered the quality of my content and my news, because I didn't have the full story behind it. Because guess what? 2 lines of AI do not summarize a 500-line article. Crazy concept, but that's how it works. Like, you could ask AI to sum up Lord of the Rings in like 2 sentences, and it's gonna say like, guy has ring, and he throws it in a mountain. Type shit. The entire 3 books are between that. There's a lot of shit that happens. There's a lot of context that's missing, you know? So at a certain point, I completely dialed back my use of AI because I noticed I became way too lazy and I didn't actually want to do the work anymore. I noticed that the more I used it, the more lazy I became. The more I was looking for options to decrease my work. Like, I was looking for options to write the script. Something that is like the main part that I enjoy. I love writing smooth brain jokes that come into my brain at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I love doing that. Looking back on that, I'm so confused on why I thought this way. And I'm not going to be here and say, oh, this is entirely AI's fault. The AI manipulated me into thinking that I should be more lazy. Maybe that's the case. It is, in the end, my fault. I decided to use the AI. Anyway, that was just an anecdote on a real-world example on how AI actually influences us and people around us. I mean, it's very clear that I was completely brainwashed at that point. My noodle was fried, and it would have continued to be fried if I didn't just, started thinking. And this is where we come to the topic of the video of today, because I was gifted by the earth of something that I stumbled on Reddit randomly, which perfectly encapsulates the issue with people using AI. With a user saying, sick of having to come up with prompts. Hey y'all, looking for some tips here. I like what I've made so far with Suno, but now I'm kind of hitting a wall with ideas for prompts. Why doesn't Suno also have a feature to write prompts for you? Like, just hit a button that says new prompt and then hit make song when it comes up with something that sounds interesting. Thoughts? Thoughts? I didn't even know you know that word. You clearly don't have any in your brain. This is actually the peak of human laziness. Now, if you don't know what Suno AI is, I had no idea this product existed. It is an AI that creates music, or a cosplay of a music, because I think music is an art form, and in my opinion, AI doesn't create art. It creates a mimic that tries to cosplay as art. Not only does this user refuse to open something like FL Studio, a pirated version of that program, to just go away and try their best to come up with some form of beat that resembled something that could be called music. No, he needs an AI to just type little words and like, make me something Kendrick Lamar would rap over so he can be happy with himself. No, he wants to take the part away where he has to think. He actually just wants to be the evaluator of prompts. He wants to sit there in front of a PC like the people from WALL-E. I know they made that comparison to AI users, but that's exactly how I see them. I see them to the exact equivalent of the people in WALL-E that can't even walk anymore. He is sitting in front of his PC typing, oh, interesting, interesting. He has two buttons that say not interesting or interesting. That is the entire setup he has, and that's what he calls music. So we already have this individual that clearly is just lobotomized. Maybe he's 4 years old and has been stuck at 4 years old for about 12 years or 20 years even. He has not completed the tutorial quest, so he can't continue evolving as a human. No, the comment section is even better because the Suno AI subreddit also features people who agree with him. You would think people would be clowning on this man, even on a subreddit where people are already using the laziest form of making music. And music is, you know, a very loosey-goosey word to describe what they're doing. But people are trying to help him in the comments, saying, for example, my streams on Spotify got a huge boost when I started using ChatGPT to help me with prompts. Not using AI to at the very least refine your prompts is a wasted opportunity, and anyone not doing this will be left behind, in my opinion. I'm surprised they can even talk English at this point. That might sound pretty mean. I'm surprised that they are even able to type words. It sounds like they don't want to. It sounds like they don't want to even put the effort into typing words. And then with this pretentious AI tech bro undertone saying, anyone not doing this will be left behind, in my opinion. Your opinion? You clearly can't even think for yourself. I feel like we don't take opinion from somebody who clearly underwent lobotomy. Also, left behind from the guy that uses AI to tell an AI what to do? You don't even do anything anymore. You're the guy that has been left behind. You don't do, like, anything. Anyway, I saw this and it might have struck a nerve. Maybe I got rage baited, but what the fuck for? Like, what do you rage bait on Reddit for? Reddit karma? Oh my god, that is miserable. I guess it's more miserable to be angry about that, but you know what? I feel a lot better right now. And while this is only an example of many posts that have a similar take to this on AI, I feel like it encapsulates perfectly the problem with AI. We are actively becoming more lazy by using it. So the next time you think about using AI, maybe don't. Goodbye.